I think there are several different ways to address that question. Why are earmarks good for American democracy? I mean, after all, we wrote a whole book about it. But let's think about it from the founders' point of view for a second. Why did they give this enormous power, the power of the purse, to the United States Congress? And the reason that they did that, at least in part, was so that the people who were representative of the nation as a whole would have the ability to adapt national programs to local conditions. For instance, take the Cowgirl Museum, which is often pointed to as one of those silly earmarks that members get for their districts. Well, the member who got that for her district, she was responding to a local need. She was taking a sort of one-size-fits-all Washington program and saying, hey, let's set aside a small portion of this money to meet this local need that my constituents want. Now, it's also good for democracy because we, the people, the voters, her constituents, have the opportunity to pass judgment on that and say, well, we think that was a bad earmark, or we think all earmarks are bad, or you should have earmarked something else. And so we can go out and cast a vote against or for our representative and keep them in office, kick them out of office, depending on whether or not we think the earmarks were good, bad, or whatever. And so this really is an example of how our American democracy is supposed to work.